Down my spine.
Ah! Hey, what are you, some kind of a freak?
Dracula may have kicked off America's love affair with vampires, but that old monster of yesteryear has gotten a facelift. Vampires of the 90s are passionate, powerful, and monstrously popular.
Hey, Maddie. It's okay. It'll be okay.
Today you'll meet people who say they know what that magical experience is like firsthand. They claim to be real-life vampires who have an insatiable thirst for blood. Please welcome Katrina Coffin, Jerry, and Ann. Okay. Katrina, what makes you a vampire?
Well, I drink blood, of course. Always have. This is something I've been all my life. I also sleep in a casket. I drive a hearse, a 1968 Cadillac hearse. I'm the president of the Los Angeles Hearse Society, and we have parties in cemeteries and mortuaries. And I love the night. I don't like sunlight. It's just something I've always enjoyed being, always have been, always will be.
Do you think by drinking blood that you're going to live forever?
No. It's just something that I really enjoy doing, and I don't believe I'm immortal, but I'm very healthy.
All right. Well, let me ask, you said you've been doing this all your life. When did this actually start? How did it start?
Well, when I was a child, if a friend of mine would cut themselves, they would, I would take the blood from the wound. And it got to the point where my friends got so fascinated when one of them fell down and cut themselves, they'd run and go, stick the finger in my mouth and say, oh, look what she does, and it just became sort of the center of attention type of thing.
So, and it kept on going to this day?
Yeah. Then later as a teenager, I got what we refer to, well, some people refer to as donors, where they would actually not fall and cut themselves, but they would let me cut them, like with a razor blade or something like that, and take blood from them.
All right, so you don't bite people?
No, I don't.
You don't bite people.
No.
All right, we'll talk a little bit about the donors, where the blood comes from. But first I want to ask Jerry, how did you get started drinking blood?
It didn't happen until I was 20. And the only incident that I can remember when I was a child was a friend down the street. We cut our thumbs and we mixed the blood together to be, blood sisters. It didn't happen really until I was about 20 years old, and one of my roommates had taken blood from me, and he had drank it, and then he offered me some.
And what was that experience like for you? What did drinking blood do for you?
Well, I thought it was a little odd at first, but I was very fascinated by it. I'm very fascinated by the color. I'm very fascinated about where it comes from, whether it's an artery or a vein. It tastes different. It looks different. I was just fascinated by it more than anything else.
Okay, but aside from drinking blood, what else really makes you a vampire, or is that pretty much it?
I'm nocturnal. I also believe that I've lived many lives, about probably 500.
All right. And what about you? Did you know when you were a child that you were a vampire?
When I was a little girl, I used to fantasize about vampires. I discovered an old EC horror comic in one of my father's trunks, and there was a story about a vampire girl named Lila that made a lasting impression, and all of my childhood games and fantasies surrounded this vampire girl named Lila. I never viewed vampires as being an evil entity. I rather thought they were the victims of bad press. So sometimes, if I'd cut myself or an accident would happen, I'd, suck blood from my finger or something and sort of consider this a delightful little treat. But then when I was a little older, I used to watch the TV horror movie hostess of the 50s, Vampira, and a lot of my fantasies and games started to center around her. But later on, my mother found out about this, and needless to say, she was not pleased with it, and said if I didn't straighten up my act, I would be taken to a psychiatrist who would straighten it up for me. And I just sort of went underground for a long time until about 12 years ago, and I came out of the closet again.
Or the coffin, so to speak?
Or the coffin, so to speak.
Right.
Out of the crypt.
What, if you can give us a sense for those of us who don't understand, what is the sensation of drinking blood like for you?
Pure pleasure. Pure pleasure.
Yeah, it is an acquired taste, but if you're into it, there's nothing else like it. It tastes really great.
It's delicious.
Yes, it is.
Okay, but are you born a vampire, or you're saying you acquire a taste for it?
Well, it's something that when you find out that you like it, like most people, if they cut themselves, it's natural instinct to stick the wound in the mouth so you don't drip all over the place. And some people find that they do like it, and if they find they do like it, it can lead to a relationship with another person, tasting someone else's blood rather than just your own.
Yeah.
I think it's a very instinctive, primal need.
Well, blood symbolizes life and renewal and a lot of things. There are people who suggest that it has sexual overtones, the experience of drinking blood. Is that true for... Anne speaks right up. Definitely, A. What do you mean by that?
Well, it's an erotic fixation with me. And always has been.
Could you explain that?
In one way or another, one form or another. Well, when I meet someone that I like a lot, you know, and it's a passionate expression of feeling for that person, to be able to partake of their life in such an intimate and direct manner. It's perhaps the most physical manifestation of feeling for another person besides sex. It can be kind of an exotic form of foreplay, too.
All right.
Well, it actually is for me because sexually I'm celibate. I have no sexual relationships at all.
So am I.
You're celibate?
Yes.
All right. Well, what am I missing here, then?
Well, to me, it has nothing to do with sex. My drinking of blood and sex, vampires, or at least my perception of vampires, what I perceive myself as, is sensual, not sexual.
Right.
Does it give you a feeling of power at all? I mean, you're going against a taboo in so many ways. Does it make you feel powerful and self-confident?
To a small extent, but I think that the word more is passionate. It's more of a passionate experience than a powerful.